Any, would anyone like to offer any quick thought about what happened here or where we're headed, or any question you may have or want to pose? Jovita.
Okay, just a couple quick things. Love what you all said about the reality that we need to kind of look at who's doing the direct service and who the boots are on the ground. I think it's complementary in a lot of ways to the work of Florida Civic Advance, and I know we talked about it a little bit, but my understanding really is that a large component of FCA is looking at a research agenda, is looking at this from an academic point of view. I don't have an opportunity to spend time with everybody here, so the idea that this is biannual, I mean, this is just a party for me, just developing the contacts. I think we all go to a zillion conferences a year, but something that is surrounding civic engagement is wholly unique. So I think this time is critical for us to have together, and I do think that that FCA being able to kind of develop a framework for all of us to take to our communities, and each of us having that role as members of FCA with these work groups, what's been established, what works, what doesn't, actually figuring out the venues and the media to distribute that information. And maybe we can start with kind of trying to figure out some of the guidance for that. But I think in terms of what the purpose of FCA is, that you're doing a pretty amazing job of getting the people together at the table that you initially wanted to get together. The examples have been extraordinary. I am going to be sharing those with our stakeholders. Hopefully other people will as well, but maybe that can be a component moving forward as sort of marching orders for us. So just saying, here are ways in which you can share, here are some great, go to your government agencies, go to your United Ways, go to these particular entities and share what we've been discussing. Maybe not all the briefing papers, maybe we synthesize it, but start to kind of put a matrix together of ideas that that we start to disseminate. So I think there are ways that we can connect with other people, but kind of the 30,000, 15,000 foot level kind of work is a big part of what we need to do. And if we don't cast vision in that way first, then trying to share with additional folks and getting connected to the boots on the ground is going to be a problem. We won't have the direction that we ultimately need. So thank you all so much. You're right. I just want to say Bob and Stu are amazing. I was MIA for a long time. I am pregnant, and I was sick. Gatorade and saltines were my favorite for 3 months. They really came in and assisted, and I know they had to do that for so many other people, not because people were pregnant, but just so many other things were going on. So they really just have done an incredible job, and I'm really excited about how we'll continue with these current groups and then also these 4 here. I had a hamburger at lunch because I haven't been sick, so I'm sorry that I wasn't eating what was out there, but I really needed French fries. So.
Thank you. Mark, you offered a thought right before this panel began. Would you mind sharing that about social capital and what you were?
Oh, I think in the conversation we were trying to figure out how this fits, how building neighborhoods fits. I think really what it comes down to is building social capital. We haven't talked a lot about that, but that's another place Florida ranks at the bottom of the list. And while we're always busy building human capital and building hard capital, social capital actually creates the outcomes that we're all looking for here. And so if you think of building neighborhoods as a human service kind of project, then you miss the fact that the outcome of building those neighborhoods is stronger social capital. And that might be the secret to engaging that whole group of people in something they're not currently engaged in. So I thought you did a great job. Thanks.
Stu, you're not going to get the microphone ever again, so you want to say anything?
I just want to say thank you to all of you. This is, we talked about intergenerational, and we talked about the importance of our working together. This is a great intergenerational experience for me, and this is one of my encore projects, since I'm going to be 80 next year. So I must say that working with so many young people in this project, and for young people, for me, is people who are 50 and under. And one of the exciting things is to see the leadership, the quality of leadership from all areas of Florida, and from such a diverse group of people. It really gives you hope that the future of our civic life in our communities is going to be good. And I believe that it will be, despite all the diversity, despite all the disruption that we face. I think we have a lot to look forward to. And I do believe that Florida is going to be a great incubator and a great place for innovation. And even though our numbers may be bad, I don't think that makes any difference, frankly, because I think we've got a lot going on, and I think you could see it here, and I think you're going to see more of it in the days to come. So thank you all very much.